You can finally get a Sky Bison as your commander or something. I don't know. I've never played Magic. Good television can't save you from cable slow death. Suck it, PC Master Race. PS fanboys are getting chiefed. Miles Morales has a big, angry green problem. All this and more on Cutting Edge Hero Live. Welcome to Cutting Edge Hero! I am the Nerd King, Danny Stewart, your host for this and most episodes of Cutting Edge Hero. You guys, I took a week off last week. Joey did too. We went and stayed in a beautiful cabin in the Smoky Mountains. I went on a massively long hike to the top of a mountain. It was fucking awesome. We had a great time. We swam in a lake. We went to a national park. We didn't see any bears, but God, did we want to. Other than Joey, he was there. We stood under some waterfalls, and it was a great recharge. Got me feeling like I want to come back and fight somebody with my fists. And thankfully, there's somebody right here that I can get. But anyway, welcome back, Jen, as well. You had a week off last week. I know you went on a trip. Glad you're here. How you feeling?
Great. We the only really nerdy thing I did was we actually went out to the mountains.
Wait, I'm not to that part yet. I'm just asking you how you feel. Don't do the nerd thing yet. We're not there yet. What are you doing?
I'm excited.
Your life together. I love you too, Bradley. Glad you're here. Joey, how you feeling today? Glad you're here.
Good.
Super descriptive. Thank you. Randy,
you know me.
How you feeling over there?
The nerdiest thing I've done this.
God damn it.
I'm good.
You may notice that Landon is not with us this week. He hasn't died or anything. He's just taking a week off. He hosted so hard last week as the only on-screen member of Cutting Edge Hero to make it to the show that he needed a week off.
I wasn't suspicious that he died until you said that.
Well, he's definitely not dead. Speaking of dead people, Jen, what's the nerdiest thing you've done this week? That's a power segue.
Nice.
I'm like, wait, what? We actually went up to the Skyline Drive in the Shenandoah Mountains, and we went to go watch Perseids, which is a meteor shower that's peaking right now. So that was awesome.
That is awesome and very nerdy.
A little different nerdy side, but it was fun.
Bradley Sherman is in the chat. He said he loves me, and I love you too, Brad. I love you so much, Bradley. Joey, what is the nerdiest thing you did this week?
I was cleaning up around the house and found a bunch of my old Magic cards and started reminiscing and going through and remembering the old days. So that was something fun to do. Over 3,000 cards somewhere. About. So yeah, that's nerdy as I can get, probably.
Yes. And I don't know, that's kind of scary. 3,000 cards? That's way too many cards. Nobody needs 3,000 cards for anything. Specifically Magic the Gathering, but not any. I mean,
maybe credit cards.
You need like 52 to play a game of cards. That's way too many cards. But again, I've never played Magic the Gathering. Randy, what is the nerdiest thing you have done this week?
I started rewatching SpongeBob, which will maybe influence all the SpongeBob references you'll hear over the next hour or so.
Let's go. As long as you back it up with your Elmo singing Wicked while you're doing it.
We'll see. Maybe
Bradley Sherman said 3,000 Magic cards is not enough.
It really is.
Correct.
So there's a lot of you out there. Jen, are you in agreement with this 3,000 Magic card situation?
I don't know if I've ever seen that many cards before.
I was on a bit of a nostalgia kick this week as well. The nerdiest thing I've done this week is I read all of the new Ultimate Spider-Man series that Marvel has put out. I had been waiting to like get a big chunk of it to read before I jumped into it, and holy shit, is it good! I remember whenever the last Ultimate Spider-Man series premiered in the aughts that it was fucking incredible for a really long time, and I was like, oh well, this is a different Ultimate Universe, it's different Spider-Man. I mean, it's probably going to be all right, but it can't be nearly that good as that relaunch. And holy shit, was it! It is incredible. If you're not reading it, pick it up. So good. Every issue is incredible. I cannot wait for the next one. I tried to read the Ultimate X-Men comic. I wasn't a big fan of that. It's not great. The Ultimate Avengers, the Ultimates, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't like I was dying for like every page as it came up to like get to the next one. Like it wasn't nearly as good as Ultimate Spider-Man. So after I finished catching up with all of the new Ultimate Universe, I jumped back over to the DC Universe and caught up with all of the Absolute comics. And holy shit, is Absolute Batman good? It is so fucking good. He's fighting Bane right now, and they're like there, like the fight's about to happen, and I am on the edge of my seat, so I cannot wait for that next issue to drop. Ultimate Superman is really, really incredible. If you're not reading that, I highly recommend it. Go check it out. And the gem out of the 3 that I've read so far is Ultimate Wonder Woman.
They have really cool.
Such an interesting take on Diana for that. She's instead of growing up on Themyscira, she grew up in hell. And the witch Cersei raised her, and she herself is a witch. And so there's a lot of like witchcraft and magic that is more in line with like Wiccan magic as opposed to like ethereal Greek god magic that you usually get with the Wonder Woman stories. So she's like sacrificing animals and covering herself in blood to do like dark rituals and shit to like save the city. And it's so good. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Justin Quick in the chat said, hi, Danny. What is up, Justin? Sorry, Jen, I cut you off. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, it sounds like my kind of book. I'm like, I might have to get that.
That's what I was thinking. I think it's very much a Jen book. And I can share it with you. I can send you a link so you can read it.
Thank you.
Whenever you would like. I'll send it to you later. But anyway, so that is the nerdiest thing I have done this week. Jen, you ready for a little news?
Yes.
Randy, why don't you fire those bullet points at me?
Alrighty. Firing away.
Welcome to the bullet points. We are talking about some of, but certainly not all of the news out there. That would be insane. Nobody does that. But we are talking about comic books, anime, TV, video games, and movie news. I will kick us off with comics. DC has announced a new comic called Batman Static Beyond. It is a 6-issue Elseworld series pairing the Terry McGinnis Batman Beyond and Virgil Hawkins Static, both from the different DC animated series, but they are coming together in the comics for the first time. It is coming to us written by Evan Narcissa and artist Nicholas Draper Ivy. The adventure is that Terry McGinnis is still Batman in Neo Gotham, and Virgil, or Static, if you know him better that way, is trying to create a power grid that will take everybody off of like nuclear energy. And an attack happens and a blackout happens, and the two of them have to team up to figure out what is going on in Neo Gotham. The comic comes out Wednesday, November 12th, so just after Cape Con. Is the Wednesday after Cape Con, so you can come see us, pick up your exclusive Cape Con variant cover of Speed Racer #1, and then that following Wednesday you can go get this incredible comic that is coming out from DC. What do you guys think? Big fans of Batman Beyond, Static Shock, any of that? The original, what was it called? God, my brain's not working today. Anyway, moving on. Guys, fans of the show series, whenever they showed up in the Justice League, the whole future thing, any of that?
I watched Batman Beyond, but I didn't really watch Static Shock. I think it was like on like before I got home on like the schedule wise. So I think I always missed got the end of Static Shock and then the start of Batman Beyond.
So Static is an interesting character because it's one of those things that I didn't think we were going to see ever again, in that in the making children's cartoons, they took very abrasive characters like Toxie from the Toxic Avengers and made a children's show with him, which if you've ever seen any of the Toxic Avenger movies, that seems like a pretty big leap. Or the fact that Pee Wee Herman was originally a spoof on Mr. Rogers, but it was aimed at adults, and it was very much not kid friendly. And then they made Pee Wee's Playhouse, which was aimed at children. You just don't see that happening a lot in television and media anymore. Well, Static originally was from Milestone Comics, the same comics that gave us Icon and Rocket. And Static was Static X, and he was a Malcolm X style character that was trying to fight back, fight the power in a Black Panther style. He was he was destroying shit and fighting back against the government. And then whenever they decided to make him an animated TV series character, they made him a mild-mannered teenager who was into tech and hung out with his nerdy friend, which was very different from the comic character. And I think that that's a very similar angle there with that. And then there's the thing with Batman Beyond, in that Terry McGinnis is not Terry McGinnis. Terry McGinnis is a perfect clone of Bruce Wayne. So Batman Beyond is also Bruce Wayne. Terry McGinnis, what was it? Amanda Waller? Mm-hmm. Yes. Amanda Waller stole Bruce's DNA and injected it into the womb of a couple that was doing in vitro fertilization and created a perfect clone of Bruce Wayne. And that is why Terry McGinnis was destined to become Batman as well.
That's why his parents are both redheads and black hair.
Yep. And that's why he's so good at being Batman Beyond, because he was literally born for it. So moving along from that, let's talk about anime news. Jen, what do you have?
Okay. So JJK is going to be celebrating their 5th anniversary with a special live stream event. Even though their anniversary is actually October 3rd, the event is scheduled for August 31st. So several members of the voice cast will be attending as guests, and they will be discussing anime, the latest info on the series, and then they also have 5 major announcements that they're going to be doing. I'm excited.
Is it that Brad Pitt is going to be a voice actor for JJK because his kid is into it, or anything like that?
I hope. I'd be okay with that.
Can't imagine anything like that happening in real life, though.
That would be weird.
So what else you got?
So Avatar, The Last Airbender fans have gotten a new first trailer drop for the Magic the Gathering crossover. They will be arriving in stores November 21st, and then it will be on the Magic Online store November 18th. Randy, here are some of the cards. So you have Appa as your part of your white mana deck. I thought the Fire Lord Zosim looks so cool.
That is pretty sick.
And this is the double-sided card. The other side is like a saga, and I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the saga of Sozin's Comet or something.
Oh, nice.
That. And it has what a saga card does, which isn't important for this, but an alternate art of Appa that I adore.
I love Appa.
The cabbage merchant.
My cabbages!
Cabbages!
That one seems a little broken.
And then Sokka's haiku, which I like. Someone pointed this out online, but it is a haiku.
Oh,
and what it does.
Haiku for a haiku. Nice.
And then this is, I think, just an expanded border of Aang, and it's another flip card. That's what this little icon up at the top means. But yeah, I think this is really cool because it's one of those things where it's like, what would the black mana be? For he needs to be all colors, but what is the black mana? And they kind of made it work really well for this card. And then Toph, one of the full art cards. They have them for, I think, Zuko. There's a Zuko card,
Melon Lord
card, and a Toph card that has this style, and it looks so cool.
Yeah. You know, you can come to Cape Girardeau November 7th, 8th, and 9th and meet the voice actors from Avatar: The Last Airbender and Avatar: The Legend of Korra in person 2 weeks prior to the release of these Magic cards. And I don't know, maybe Wizards of the Coast wants to do something cool with us for that. We'll see. Bradley Sherman said, yes, Toph is the best. Hell yeah, Toph's the best. Can't wait to meet Michaela Joel Murphy in person.
The card is broken
Right.
as well. They
But
knew
they
what
have
they were
a-
doing by making her absolutely insanely broken.
That's hard to hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
Sorry, I cut you off, so I was trying to be quiet.
no. I couldn't hear what you were saying. I was like,
So we're in an attempt to cut down on the echoes that we are getting from Joey's headphone situation, because we're trying to figure out some way to make this work. We just need to buy another camera. That's all there is to it. But we turned the gain down on our microphones a lot, and Randy has a tendency to talk away from his mic, or not necessarily on it, and so that is what you're experiencing there. But we'll get there. CJ is in the chat from Nightmare and Nerdscapes. He says, "What's up, y'all? What's up, CJ? Glad you're here." CJ was nice enough to jump in and guest host last week. And if you caught it, the episode is hilarious, and him and Kelvin did a great job.
It was really good.
And Kelvin really tried to bring my energy for both the intro of the show and whenever they did the end of the top 5 or the hit list. Look what you did to me, Jen. When they did the end of the hit list, Kelvin tried. He did a great job.
They were both upset that we didn't have the da 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 da.
You can use it. You just have to keep it under 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, is that everything for anime news?
yes.
We've got some sad news for television news. During SDCC 2 weeks ago, the cast of Resident Alien was in attendance to talk about season 4 of Resident Alien, and they found out while they were there that Resident Alien had been canceled and that the end of season 4 was their series finale and not just season finale. So if you're a fan of Resident Alien, season 4's season finale has premiered. That is now the series finale for Resident Alien. And poor Al, there's an interview that Alan Tudyk did at SDCC where he was like, they were asking him questions about it, and then he was just like, yeah, we just found out it's canceled. Like the show's over. Like cable's been dying for a long time, and even though the show was great and people are really into it, like they just couldn't see where they could afford to keep doing it. So it's over.
Yeah. It was a good show. I think I finished the first season, but I fell off of it. But I liked the first season. He's so great.
I love Resident Alien all the way up to the 4th season. It has been so good, and it stayed consistently good. It's been a joy to watch, and I'm sincerely hoping that in the face of sci-fi dropping the ball on this, that some other streaming platform will be like, oh no, we'll do it. Like if Hulu picks it up,
pick that up.
Yeah. I mean, Alan Tudyk has done so much for Disney. He has been so the guy played a fucking chicken in Moana. Just throw him a bone, Disney, and pick his show up.
People have spoken.
You know that.
Yeah, and the people being me, and of course the king always represents the people. That's just how that goes. I'm with you, Jen. I know what you're saying. But anyway, that is TV news, and now we are going to slide over to one of you for gaming news.
Nose goes.
Joey, what do you have in gaming news?
Take it away, Joe.
Well, if I remember correctly, it's Halo's making an appearance on Helldivers 2.
What an incredible piece of news. What details do you have? So I did hear that there was a likelihood that Microsoft was going to allow them to move Halo over to the PS5 so that more people could play it. And then I guess the big reveal is that they are adding the Halo Space Marines to Helldivers 2, which is the perfect place for them. I mean, Helldivers is basically just Halo, and what's the other one?
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers combined. So
it's like
absolutely.
Starship Troopers, it seems like.
I had no idea what Helldivers was. So
fantastic.
Thank you.
Great job. Thank you for picking up the torch for Landon on the gaming news. Moving along to movie news and closing us out on the bullet points. Sony's third iteration in the Spider-Man Spider-Verse trilogy, so it is Beyond the Spider-Verse 2, has been pushed back again. It was originally set to be released on June 4th, 2027. It got pushed back 3 weeks. Its official release date is now June 25th, 2027. That's bad in that they're pushing it back, but also, Sony is they've given us 2 good Marvel character movies, and that's literally all in their entire history of making Marvel character movies. The only time they've done that.
Wait, Madam Web, and what's the other one?
Craven the Hunter, is that what you're talking about? Or Morbius, when it was Morbin time? Yeah. Well, this is not Morbin time. This is Spider-Verse time. But they, in order to ensure the quality of this, they have had to push it back again to June 25th. Now, the unfortunate thing about that is that puts them head-to-head against the release of Shrek 5. The return of Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, and Eddie Murphy to the Shrekverse for their reunion after Shrek 4 was released, 10 years ago. So we've got our own little, across the Shrekverse, or, the Shrekening, or...
say it's
Shrekening.
It's
Barbenheimer, but
if we use Puss in Boots instead of Shrek, then the name flows maybe a little better.
What is it? Across the Spider Boots?
I was gonna say the Pussiverse, but
all right.
I'm pretty sure it's a porn channel. That's sorry.
Probably.
Sorry.
Sure.
If it's not, it's about to be.
CJ said, "Did I hear Shrek first? Don't do that." You think what?
Shrekening.
What Eddie Murphy did in voice Donkey last time?
I didn't think he voiced Donkey in the last movie.
Well, he's not really getting picked up for much Hollywood stuff lately. If you saw him at the 50th anniversary of SNL, he's kind of a fucking train wreck on screen. His last few releases have been direct to streaming. They're not good. So he has been picked up he's come back to do the voice of Donkey for this movie. It is the full cast being reunited for it. Do we think that the third movie in the Spider-Verse trilogy has the pull and the star power to beat the one and only Shrek at the box office?
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I'm not losing sleep.
I mean, I'm saying if people are trying to, if grandparents are trying to pick, they're looking at the marquee and there's an animated Spider-Man, or literally the sexiest creature in the history of television and movies, Shrek, they may lean Shrek. That's all I'm saying. Those ears do it for people.
Yeah, if it were Shrek 2, I think you would have to worry. But with this one,
I know it's not part of it, but I think the Shrekening is the way to go. I feel like when I said it, it was that's it. That's the thing. That's the thing they should call it.
Right there.
It's stuck.
But
and I am pulling from that period in the early 2000s when the fappening happened for this. So the Shrekening, it seems like the next wave for that. But
I just want to see a scene now of Shrek trying to escape the citadel of Spider-Man, but they're all Shrek. They're all just different multiversal Shreks.
Yeah. I mean, Across the Donkeyverse isn't terrible.
That wouldn't work. He's already traveled through time.
That sounds like a porn name too.
Put him into the multiverse.
I mean, who hasn't taken in a donkey show every now and then? Jen, you know what I'm saying? High five.
Nice.
Randy knows.
How did we get here from there?
Randy had Donkey Show the game, and it got taken off of his Steam. So it's anyway. That was a callback to a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
CJ said that's a stage show in Tijuana. I mean, I'm not as traveled as you, CJ. I'll take your word for it. But anyway, I hope that this news didn't just graze you. This has been the bullet points. Back to the show. We don't have a review this week, not because there weren't things that came out, but because I didn't get a chance to watch any of them. I was hanging out in the mountains with my brother. So I'm a little behind. I got a bunch of anime to watch. I've got a bunch of TV series to catch up on. Thankfully, Kelvin was here to do a review of Eyes of Wakanda last week because I haven't gotten a chance to watch that yet. So we'll get there. Not there yet. So we'll have a review for you next week. But for this week, we're going to go straight into our one of our newest segments we're trying out. This will be the second time we've done this one, and it is called Wild Speculation.
Searching for new segment.
Welcome to Wild Speculation. This is the segment in the show where we bring upcoming properties and our wild fan theories about them that we hope catch fire across the internet, and people get really mad at us and jump in the comments and tell us all about how stupid we are. That's literally what drives me, is idiots on the internet calling me an idiot. But anyway, I have a few. So we're going to do, I'm speculating about Brand New Day, the new Spider-Man movie that is coming out next year. It is the only Marvel film coming out ahead of Doomsday now, after Fantastic Four was released. Marvel is not, the MCU is not releasing another movie other than this prior to Doomsday, which means that not only does this have to give us the introduction of a ground level Spider-Man, handle the story that happened at the end of what was Spider-Man 3?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah. The story that happened at the end of No Way Home, where everybody forgot who Peter was. But it also has to do all the heavy lifting for Secret Wars leading up to the Doomsday movie. So there's a lot of pressure on Tom Holland and crew to get this one right. That being said, if you caught any of the set leaks, there's literally footage of the stunt double on like a rack mounted on the back of a truck driving through Glasgow, web swinging. And it's so cool because he's swinging left and right across the screen, which means they're filming those web swinging shots as a practical effect, at least for some of it, which I think is so cool. I mean, I know they've done some of that with the previous Spider-Man films, but I think this is the first time that he's been actually like flying down a street, web swinging left and right across the set, which I don't know.
That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna look so cool.
You know what I think we need to do? I think we need to start a GoFundMe, pool our resources, and build our own truck rigging mechanism for this so that we can all experience what it's like to web swing through New York like Spider-Man. And we can literally let people, like, you know, they've got the horse-drawn carriages where you can go through Central Park. You know, that you can get, yeah, you can get all sorts of cool things in New York on the street. I would like to start a business where we let people web swing through New York on this fucking brace thing. That just occurred to me. That's a fucking $1 billion idea right there.
Only at Cape Comic-Con can you see Uncle Iroh.
What's the insurance going to be?
Web swing around the Show Me Center.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that done, but
So to caveat that, what you need to have people put on is they make a this suit for the elderly. So if they start falling, they just pull a cord and it just goes like this. So if they start getting near, like, pull a cord, and they just.
I have the perfect face for that campaign.
Ow.
I know the perfect guy. He is old as shit.
All right, I'm not that old. Dick.
You know who says that? Old people. What'd you say, Jen?
I said I was thinking about safety, but yeah.
Yeah, safety first, of course. But not in our new Spider truck 2028. Anyway. I don't know what the Haunted Woods are, CJ, but that sounds rapey. But moving on. So here are my wild speculations, and you guys feel free to tell me whether you think these are possible or not. I'm on the wrong fucking page. Where did I go here? Where did I
What
go
old people
wrong?
do. They
Where did
get
I go
lost.
wrong? I'm out of. I'm a little rusty. Here we go. I found it. I found the page. It's on the notebook. Good to go.
Mhm.
You know, some people would invest the money in fancy stuff like a teleprompter. Not me. I'm a good old pen and paper guy. I just want to stare at a piece of paper while I'm talking into a camera on a microphone.
Showing your age over there.
Yeah, not as old as you, and that's the important thing. So it has been confirmed that John Bernthal is going to be in this movie as the Punisher. Papa Feige has referenced the very first appearance of the Punisher in the Spider-Man comics. That cover, he has referenced that as being part of the movie, but said he couldn't say anything more because he didn't want to spoil anything for the movie, which is a dead giveaway that in this movie, the Punisher is going to be hunting Spider-Man because that's what he was doing on that comic cover. His first appearance as the Punisher, he was trying to take Spider-Man down. I think that that's not necessarily right. We also know that Mark Ruffalo is making an appearance in this movie, whether be that as Bruce Banner, Professor Hulk, or the Rage Monster Hulk, because we know that they combine the two, and in leading up to Endgame. But then we saw him in Shang-Chi back as regular Bruce Banner. So he has come back from that combined personality strength thing. And then we saw him again in She-Hulk as Professor Hulk. So where are we at with this? I don't know. But he can unhulk back to Bruce. That's true. So it is possible that the Mark Ruffalo appearance that we're going to get in is just Bruce Banner, which would save them a fuck ton of money on special effects.
Yes,
it could also be that we are going to see the Rage Hulk back. The last time the Hulk was in Queens raging was in The Incredible Hulk when he fought the Abomination in the streets in Queen and destroyed the fucking neighborhood. So that could be an issue, seeing the Hulk in Queens again. Bruce might have some things that Queens expects him to pay for. My thoughts on this, my speculation on this, is that a big part of this movie, a big part of the plot of this movie, is that the Punisher is going to be hunting Bruce Banner, and Peter is going to be trying to stop him. I think the fact that they have mentioned all three and that they're all going to fight and that they'll figure out who the real villain is later is a misdirect. I think that part of the story is actually going to be the Punisher hunting Bruce Banner. And I think that's how John Bernthal is going to be introduced into the MCU movies.
I wonder what Bruce Banner did to make him hunt him.
He destroyed Queens.
He destroyed Queens in the movie.
In The Incredible Hulk. And he's back in Queens. The Punisher lives in New York. He doesn't necessarily stay around Queens usually, but I mean, he definitely hangs out in Spider-Man's territory. And it is possible that there will have been some Bruce Banner sightings, and the Punisher will be hunting him, and he will be on the run from him, which I think is which Peter and Bruce are both Avengers. And while the world doesn't remember Peter Parker, the world does remember Spider-Man. So Bruce will remember having been teammates with Spider-Man in the Avengers in Endgame and Infinity War. So I think that what we're going to have is that incredible, brilliant scientist Bruce Banner is going to be being hunted by the Punisher, and that is going to bring him directly into conflict with Spider-Man trying to save his teammate.
Okay.
So that's my first crazy idea. Here's my second one, and this one's not going to be popular, and people probably will call me stupid for saying this. We know Sadie Sink is showing up in this movie. Sadie Sink looks like comic book Gwen Stacy, or not? Jesus Christ, I ruined my own theory. She looks like comic book Mary Jane Watson. There has been some theories that she's going to be playing Carly Cooper, the other love interest of Peter Parker that he had during the One More Day storyline where him and MJ were no longer married or together. He started dating Carly Cooper. She was a forensic scientist on the NYPD. I don't think that's the case. I think that because we have an MJ that doesn't look like MJ, and that Zendaya is neither redheaded or of Irish descent from the look of her, that we are going to get a Gwen Stacy in this movie, played by Sadie Sink, who doesn't look like Gwen Stacy. She is, in fact, going to look like Mary Jane Watson. And that it is possible in this story that we are going to get the death of Gwen Stacy, as we usually get in Spider-Man stories, leading up to the big thing with Spider-Man having to deal with not being able to save somebody right in front of him again. And we know that he's going to be reeling from the death of Aunt May. And I think he's going to, since MJ, the Zendaya character, doesn't know who Peter is, and Peter hasn't revealed himself to her because he's worried about the impact it's going to have on her life, and the spell that he and Doctor Strange did, that he's going to start dating Gwen Stacy, and that the Scorpion, not the Green Goblin, is going to kill Gwen Stacy at some point in the movie, and Peter's not going to be able to save her, and we're going to get a misdirect with the classic Gwen Stacy storyline featuring a Gwen Stacy who looks like MJ from the comics.
Mary J. A little far-fetched.
I don't think it's that far-fetched, because we know that they have been subverting expectations with the Spider-Man origin since the beginning. It took us 3 movies to get to the death of his aunt, the words "with great power comes great responsibility," and the regular Spider-Man origin to happen. And they did it in the most fucking roundabout way possible. And I can completely see the MCU, Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige thinking that this is a great roundabout way to give us the Gwen Stacy storyline encapsulated within Peter already having a relationship with Mary Jane, which in the comics he was with Gwen and died, and Mary Jane was introduced later. So I could see this being the case. What do you guys think?
I have my own theories on Sadie Sink.
Okay, yeah, save those.
So I disagree.
Yeah,
but I think I've heard that when I was like looking at stuff, that people were like, maybe it's Gwen Stacy.
Oh, really? Somebody else thought this?
Yeah,
I did
think
no
so. But
research
like,
on my
it's
theories.
Just,
This is
any
just
love
me
interest, like
looking at pictures and thinking of ideas. Okay, I got another one. I've got another one. This one I think everybody kind of assumes is going to happen, especially with the introduction of Mephisto in Ironheart. Peter's going to make a deal with Mephisto to bring Aunt May back. I think that that's very likely.
That's plausible.
One More Day, the storyline that precedes Brand New Day, is the story where he makes a deal with Mephisto to bring Aunt May back from the dead, because she was killed. She was shot by a sniper and she died. And Peter was so heartbroken that he made a deal with Mephisto to bring Aunt May back to life. And the consequence of that was that his relationships with everyone who knew that he was Spider-Man would no longer know he was Spider-Man, and he and MJ were no longer married, and their whole relationship was null and void. And that led to Brand New Day, where he got out of that deal and was able to remember all of the stuff that he changed when he made the deal with Aunt May, or to save Aunt May. So I think that this being named Brand New Day, I think it precludes the idea that we are going to see a deal with Mephisto. Whether we open the movie with Aunt May already being alive, which would be fucking crazy, or it happens at some point during the movie. It was mentioned during Ironheart that Mephisto had already made some deals with people in the MCU, and it is entirely possible that Peter has already made this deal with Mephisto off camera, and we will start the movie with May being back and no explanation as to how.
Talking about opening scene.
is that you have to include Mephisto in your assumptions, because everybody has been doing it for so long, and now that we have him in it, it has to be coming up. It has to, but they don't seem to fold in anything from the TV shows.
Correct.
Besides the kid, because like my whole thing is like, well, I'll just throw this one out because it's not a big one. That Kingpin is the big bad is my hot take. Because how do you like have what's going on in Daredevil happen, and Spider-Man doesn't notice that the city gets blacked out?
I think that's about timelines.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, could it be like, so this is my theory. It takes place in the same time, like the same time frame as Daredevil Reborn, and there's like
Born
a
Again.
set photo of Scorpion, or Born Again, yeah. Of Scorpion being in it, the actor who played him. And I was like, my theory is that he releases Scorpion to go after Spider-Man to keep him from being involved, like to keep Spider-Man from showing up in Daredevil, because he doesn't. Spoiler alert. But they mention him that he's around, so he's like, I sent Scorpion after him, released him from prison.
Yes.
So I think that could be part of it.
So Charlie Cox is confirmed to be in the cast of this as well. And if you know anything about the origin of the Punisher and Spider-Man together, it is that the villain that always brings them together is the Kingpin. And so it is possible that Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin is also going to be part of the problem in this movie, and that he's going to be part of what brings the Punisher down on Spider-Man and, to my original theory, Bruce Banner. So yeah, I think, but I do think that just the fact that this is named Brand New Day, just that by itself has to mean that we are going to get Mephisto. Like, it has to. There's no way it isn't. Mephisto is so wrapped up in that storyline in the comics. Why would they use that name if they're not going to include a deal with Mephisto in this?
True.
I think they're gonna finally start using Sacha Baron Cohen like they intended to, and he's going to be showing up in just various things, various places. He's the new Loki. I think he's the new Loki. You know, the Coulson Loki, like, he popped up fucking everywhere. He was in everything for a little bit. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. He was in all the Avengers films. I think that's what we're gonna get with Mephisto. He's gonna pop up in random places, like Nick Fury and Coulson and Loki. And I think that's the new thing. I think he's the new guy for that. And I think this is where it starts.
Yeah. I would say, like, I mean, like, to have him be this character and have him, like, be teased for so long, then have him be in one episode of Ironheart, a show that they basically dumped on Disney Plus, like, with very little fanfare.
Yeah. Almost
Even
no
though
advertisement at all.
Good, I think.
And it was really great. Yeah,
I
it was
thought
awesome.
it was great. And to, like, just have, like, use Sacha Baron Cohen for that part, and that's it. Like, that'd be such a waste.
Yeah.
And I mean, they could use him for future, like, TV series and stuff, but he's a big enough villain. You should use him for Spider-Man.
Not that they won't do that. We've had a lot of really great actors get one-off characters in MCU films.
I mean, he would be like Loki. Like, he would play a good background villain for a while.
Yeah, he's charming. He's
he's also recognizable. That's a fun idea of, like, dropping him in the background, like, several movies before he's an actual, like, big part of it, like him being, like, an observer kind of role. That'd be fun. Yeah,
absolutely.
From the outside on all things.
And we could definitely get a background scene of Ali G just standing somewhere. Ali G just being in the crowd in New York for sure. It was Mephisto all along. Okay, last one I've got. So Lisa Colon-Zayas, she is in The Bear. I forget the name of the character she plays in The Bear, but she's a very proud Puerto Rican woman who has been also added to the cast of this. And there's been some speculation as to who she'd be playing, and I'm going full bore with it. I totally agree with the speculation that I've been hearing. I think she is going to end up being Rio Morales, Miles Morales' mother. Now, we know from the end of Homecoming, or the part of Homecoming where the Prowler shows up, the Donald Glover character, that he has a nephew that lives in the neighborhood. And then from a deleted scene from that, he literally calls Miles to tell him he's not going to make it to see him on time. So that, all confirmed. That's definitely Aaron Davis, the Prowler, Miles Morales' uncle. He mentioned Miles. He mentions him by name in a deleted scene. I think it is entirely possible that Miles is going to at least make an appearance this time for Brand New Day. That we may go into Secret Wars with Miles and Peter being Spider-Man, which would make a lot of sense. Because Doomsday, the Doomsday story leading into Secret Wars is being pulled from the story where they combine the Ultimate Universe and the main 616. And the whole point of that was to take the most popular Ultimate Universe character, Miles Morales, and bring him into the 616 where he could be with all the rest of the Marvel characters. And so the fact that we're getting that Secret War story being adapted, it definitely makes sense that Miles Morales be introduced in live action this time so that he can be a part of that story and we can get both Spider-Men at once. So I think it is entirely possible that she could be playing Rio Morales and that we are actually finally going to get our on-screen Miles Morales. And I know that there is...
I hope they choose.
I apologize, what?
No, I hope they choose Miles carefully. Choose
Me too.
the actor carefully, please.
I hope they do as good of a job picking Miles as they did picking Peter Parker for the MCU.
I agree.
But I will say there was a rumor back after the end of Endgame, whenever they were talking about the 5-year time gap with the snap and how kids that were in grade school when the snap happened that didn't get snapped were high schoolers. And that was mentioned in Far From Home, that a kid who was a grade schooler when they got snapped and came back, he was their age now. And it is entirely possible that what we will get is that Miles is just a couple years younger than Peter and that he didn't get snapped. And so while he was a young kid in Homecoming, he is a high school age kid by the time we get Brand New Day, or perhaps a little older, because he got a 5-year jump between the end of Homecoming and the beginning of Far From Home.
I believe I could. Yeah, I buy that.
CJ said Jaden Smith fan club. Fuck no. Do not make Jaden Smith Miles Morales. I hate that idea.
I saw
think
that
that's
on like
terrible.
a list on TikTok on a list of options, and I was like, I'm not a fan.
Absolutely
of
not. A, he's too old. B,
that. If he got
no.
snapped,
Just no. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Just save Jaden Smith for Hancock 2, and he can show up and be Hancock's secret love baby that he didn't know existed and have his powers, and then he can get into a superhero universe without having to fuck up the MCU. CJ said that's what you get for Shrek versus Danny.
hey, Shrek versus love, Shrek versus life.
Beyond the Jaden verse, that's what you get for that.
Jaden verse. Jaden Jazzarina.
So that is all of my wild speculation. If you guys have any thoughts on anything that I said, feel free to throw them out there. Otherwise, we'll move along to Jen's wild speculation. Or should we move along to Randy's because his is Brand New Day specific, and then move along to yours since it's, I believe, another subject?
Yeah, mine's not really long either, so go right ahead.
Okay. Mine's not really long. Title of your sex tape. Randy, what did you have?
So I have several. Some of them are more serious than others. The big one is so in the original Spider-Man movie trilogy, Rosemary Harris played Aunt May, and then in the Amazing Spider-Man, it was played by Sally Field, which didn't get a trilogy but 2 movies, and then Marissa Tomei, and we're getting younger and younger. What if Mephisto brings back Aunt May, but the twist is no. It's really sincere and not like creepy that he brings her back younger and doesn't remember Peter as Sadie Sink. I think that'd be cool as hell. And just top it off, maybe she gets powers. Aunt May is Spider-Man. Like it's his Aunt May, but she's like younger than him, and it's like awkward, and she doesn't know him.
I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man was a comic character where Aunt May got spider powers instead of Peter.
And they've made a joke where it's going to be like in 3 movies, she's going to be like a toddler. But yeah, like have Sadie Sink play young Aunt May that doesn't remember Peter. Or Sadie Sink is Madam Web. That's the other one. Jennifer Walters shows up just to make people mad. I would love that. Along with Mark Ruffalo, that would make me happy. The Hulk comes back, like the Hulk shows up and knows Peter. Like somehow is like, I don't know if I'm sure he has some resistance to magic. So like he's the one person who's like, oh, hey, Peter. And he's like, huh?
Well, that's also entirely possible, and I'm sure this is what you're referring to. But in One More Day, after One More Day, after everybody forgot that, in Civil War, Peter announced on national television that he was Spider-Man, and then so they did One More Day where everybody forgot he was Spider-Man, which is loosely what the end of No Way Home was based on. But also, in the following comics, in the preceding comics, after everybody forgot that Peter was Spider-Man, Hulk remembered. Because when the spell was cast, Banner was Banner, and Banner and Hulk are two entirely separate entities.
That is
and so
brains.
Hulk could remember that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and Bruce Banner could not. It's very similar to the way that Hulk remembered Sentry, but Bruce Banner didn't.
Like, that would just be a fun way to have someone who knows and like kind of point it out, be like, oh, that's weird, but have someone who Peter can talk to. Like, he has like a mentor of Iron Man, and then he had a mentor kind of Strange, and now he has Banner. Like, he's collecting all the like.
Doctor Strange just kind of sucked. He was like, oh, here's a bunch of teenagers. How about I be a giant fucking asshole to them about magic?
Mentor. Well, like someone pointed out that like he is a Ivy League graduate. Strange is. He like his first thought is, let me warp reality to get you into college, not let me go talk to your professor, or let's have Pepper Potts, who also went to MIT and like contributes money there, go talk to them and be like, no, he saved the universe, let him in.
Yeah.
Because like he goes and talks to the dean, and she's like, well, I'll think about it, unprompted, like without anybody's like
without any superhero showing up to
whole thing
fight
like,
for him.
I'll warp reality for you, no problem.
But I think not to interrupt you, Randy, but I didn't think Doctor Strange is actually Doctor Strange.
That's been speculated too, that people are like,
I
it
thought
was
that
Mephisto.
was Mephisto. Yeah. I thought that was Mephisto because of the way he was acting.
People also said because his sanctum is like frozen over, that it's like, oh, the like, hell
froze
dimension.
over.
Yeah.
I
read that too.
I just like a bug fly down my throat.
Getting your protein.
I guess.
Yeah, free protein.
The other one that I think Danny will really like. I know he's.
I also just had a
dead.
thought, so remind me that I had a thought. But go ahead.
I know he's supposed to be dead, but Muse will be in this and will absolutely whip the shit out of Spider-Man. Hands down, easy, no trouble at all, because he has child level karate. And Spider-Man has never been trained formally in martial arts.
Because he knows Taekwondo.
He can lift a plane, but that doesn't matter if you
he
judo flip someone.
That's true. Ground. His parents did put him in Taekwondo, and he really liked hurting people. So he could probably take Spider-Man. I bet he solos the Marvel Universe just based on the fact that guy did Taekwondo one time.
Once.
Fucking movie people not understanding how fighting works. God. The thing that aggravates me is that
Walters shows up and twerks with Spider-Man.
I'm down. Her twerking's fine. Everybody loved Deadpool dancing in the beginning of Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know why anybody would be upset about Jennifer Walters twerking.
She's a lawyer, and it's so unprofessional.
Yeah, exactly.
It's unprofessional.
I've never seen a lawyer have fun
in a twerk.
Yeah, but if it had been Daredevil doing it with alongside Deadpool, everybody had been like, that's funny. He danced to Backstreet Boys. But anyway, neither here nor there. I will get off my soapbox. So the other idea I had while you were sitting there is that it could also be that Sadie Sink is playing Teresa Parker. That is Peter's sister that he didn't know existed because his parents were also secret agents, and Peter didn't know that, and they had hidden her, and so she didn't show up until they were both adults.
I also heard someone suggest that it could be a like reality jumped Mayday Parker, like one of like a remnant from like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man,
or because Peter
she gets pulled
doesn't.
Over.
Because if she's Tobey Maguire's daughter, she would be the right age to be Mayday Parker for sure,
and has like Mary Jane as her mother and stuff.
Yeah. One thing I meant to mention it whenever I was talking about how I had caught up on the Ultimate Comics. Something I fucking love and wish we had gotten 60 years ago in Spider-Man comics. In the Ultimate Universe, the current Ultimate Universe, Aunt May died and Uncle Ben survived. and Uncle Ben and J. Jonas Jameson are best friends, and they run the Daily Bugle together.
Mhm.
And that is the best fucking dynamic I have ever seen in a comic book ever. They're fucking hilarious. They work. They're such a great team. And I wish we had gotten this 60 years ago when Spider-Man was founded and created, because I would have loved to have had 60 plus years of this dynamic already established to catch up on, because it's so fucking good. Like Uncle Ben living and Aunt May being the one that died, I would have bet, there's other universes where that has happened in the comics, but none of them were handled this way, where Jonah is his best friend. And they're like not kind of best friends. They're not frenemies. Like they are the best of friends. They're fucking ride or dies, and they are fucking sticking it to the man as newspaper people trying to take down Kingpin, and it's so fucking good. So if for no other reason, read Ultimate Spider-Man for that, because it's so good.
Okay.
But anyway, moving along from there.
I also J.K. Simmons needs to be in this movie. Like
He is.
He needs to be
He's officially
he needs
cast.
to have a big role in this movie,
Yeah.
and he needed a chair in the Doomsday reveal chairs or whatever
Yeah.
they did. I don't remember.
I could see that. I do like.
He needs to be the announcer. He needs to be like the
I have-
fourth dimensional announcer.
I have seen where they've put Sadie Sink in the Spider-Girl costume. Like fans have done that online, and I thought that was a good idea. Or I thought it was neat looking. But that's such a good fucking idea. Like a live action Mayday Parker. I love Spider-Girl. I read that in every iteration that it came out in, because it got canceled like 6 times. And every time Marvel would go to announce they were canceling Spider-Girl, sales would go up. And then they would keep it, and then sales would dip, and they'd announce they were canceling it, and sales would go up again. That happened like 6 times in a row, where so there was and you guys might already know this, but there was an M2 universe where it was the Marvel universe, but it was a separate timeline, but it was set just like 15 or like 20 years in the future, and it was based around the children of the heroes from the main 616, and so that's where Mayday Parker comes from. There was also Dark Devil. There was there were some other really great characters. Juggernaut Jr. is from that. There's a whole nother like X-Men team, and Juggernaut Jr. is like a flannel wearing like grungy version of Juggernaut. It's so fucking funny. But anyway,
Interesting.
but I would love to see Mayday make her way into live action. Absolutely. She is an underutilized, underserved member of the Spider family. And after Superior Spider-Man and then probably the original 616 Peter Parker, she's probably my favorite Spider-Man character.
I still want her to be Aunt May, though.
I just don't. They'd be whitewashing the character.
All right.
Aunt May?
Marissa Tomei is of Italian heritage, but is darker complected.
Mephisto is not politically correct. That's part of
so true.
That's part of the dark bargain.
That's
she
true.
Now doesn't tan easy.
Is that the new like
Oh my
hack?
God.
Is that they can just blame all shitty decisions on Mephisto?
Mephisto?
Like, no. We're not whitewashing Asian characters. That's not what we're doing.
There we go.
Mephisto did it.
Mephisto
She could be Silk.
Yeah, she could be Silk.
Mephisto verse. Got it.
They could pull
Get so
a
much hate mail.
Ghost in the Shell.
They could also make her Arana.
I don't know who that is.
That's the Mexican Spider Girl. She got bit by the same spider that bit Peter and has his
God, that
same.
spider.
Oh no, that's Silk.
That,
That's
okay, I was going to
Silk.
say
That's
that
who I'm thinking
spider
of.
is
That's
such a
Silk.
slut.
Arana is
I know.
another
Go
Spider
around
Woman
playing
though.
It's getting around a little bit.
What else you got for wild speculation?
Wiccan and Agatha show up. That's just something I want.
I'm into it.
But I do think so. This is different.
Did
I
you
guess
see that like
this
theory that Agatha was in Fantastic Four? There's a woman dressed in a purple dress and like at a what is it, 1960? I guess it was the 60s, like
it's that
bun
version of
haircut, but
Agatha?
it's like the
Well, it's
Agatha
like she is
hairdo
first introduced as like a nanny to Franklin, right?
to Franklin, and no,
That'd be fun.
she was first introduced as helping raise Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver,
Oh, okay.
and then became the nanny for Franklin.
But yeah, I want them to show up. But another wild speculation in the Marvel universe is that they're setting up. Maybe they are setting up Young Avengers in the TV universe because they have a lot of them. They have young Hawkeye, young like Wiccan, Ironheart, Kamala Khan, like just young. I don't know who else in the Young Avengers, but like they have just a collection there that they could do, and then Daredevil could be their mentor because he's also in the TV, or Punisher and get real crazy with it.
Let me see if I can find this image to share with you. It was like a blink or you'll miss it. It definitely wasn't Catherine Hahn playing the woman. And it's just like a scene where she grabs a kid, turns and runs, but she is like in the like purple Agatha dress from.
I mean, they definitely showed us that it's Agatha all along.
Yeah.
So like they definitely beat that into our brains with WandaVision. So it could absolutely be Agatha. I don't even think it was Doctor Doom at the end of Final Fantastic Four. I think it was Agatha.
You think it's Agatha in a green hood?
Never saw her face. And she's a babysitter for him.
Actually, I think it would be interesting if they bring the Green Witch into it too. Especially if you're going to have Mephisto around.
Death? When you say Green Witch, you mean Death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rio.
You should.
I would like to see Death make more appearances. I hate that it's happening after Thanos is already gone. Because if we could have gotten that storyline where Thanos is trying to please Death and that's why he's killing half of the universe and not because he's making up a stupid fucking idea that within 50 years he'll be right back in the same place he was before. Fucking idiot. But also we could have also gotten that storyline where Deadpool tries to kill himself in an effort to bang Death.
Right. Because he was in love.
Because he fell in love with her too and was trying to steal her from Mephisto or from Thanos.
Yeah. Also, what's the lady that like survives in Agatha all along? She's like the one witch that makes it out and has her powers unlocked. I don't remember her name.
She's the
Jenny, right?
Yeah.
Did Jenny?
Like I want her to show up somewhere too. She needs to be used more. Because that was just a stacked cast of fun characters.
CJ said that if they're doing the Young Avengers, that Cassie would be in there. She seems a bit old now. I don't know, man.
She would be the mentor then, But yeah, and she's also the voice of Spider-Gwen, isn't she?
No, that's Haley Stanfield.
Isn't that Cassie?
No, that's Hawkeye.
Who's Cassie?
Cassie Lang is Ant-Man's daughter.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of what's her name? What's Hawkeye's name?
Brain, come on. Kate Bishop.
If you can beat Google.
Oh, yeah.
Kate Bishop.
You beat Google.
I did.
Yeah.
He did beat Google.
Do you see that this thing I was doing? That's literally my brain processing. Like that's you watching my brain glitch in real time.
That's the Matrix uploading information.
That's me like diving into my mind palace and trying to find the answer. Like it's not just a fun little quirk I've got. That's how I remember shit. It's the weirdest.
That's your reset button. Like
it's the SpongeBob.
It's like the flashes of light from my eyes rolling back in my head, like trigger memories. I don't know.
It's that white Rolodex rolling forward so you can see everything.
Could be. I'm pretty good at that like Undertaker eye roll thing.
Oh god.
Yeah, creepy.
Okay, and now it's raining outside. Way to go! You stormed us.
It's weird because like no matter how open you think your eyes are, they're not that open when you do that. Like it's just not like I feel like my eyes are like 100% like wide eyed, and I know I'm not. I've taken pictures of it.
About 50%.
Yeah. Anyway,
you got a Weyland-Yutani symbol on the back of your eyes.
We went out left field. It's
like
okay.
The new Predator trailer.
Yeah, dude, I need to catch up on Predator so fucking bad. I think the last Predator movie I watched was AVP.
Oh yeah.
Well, turn up the brightness for Requiem.
And that leads us right into Jen's wild speculations.
Hey. Okay. Mine is
That's a segue.
actually. Yeah, I know. I was like,
segue.
oh, love it.
Thank you.
I don't know if anybody else watched the new Alien Earth series that dropped yesterday. They had a dual episode drop. And I had some speculation, some theories. I know it's just 2 episodes in, but I immediately noticed something that I was like, hey, wait a minute. I am such a huge Alien fan, I decided to start picking up the books and reading them. So there is a character in the book on the Sea of Sorrow who is actually a descendant of Ripley. So when he encounters the aliens on this like LV-176 or whatever they're trying to like mine and stuff, he has these empathic abilities where he can feel when the aliens are coming or when they're going to attack. And you actually get a really unique perspective from the aliens there, because they actually like you see that they have a hive mind, but they actually have memories of Ripley, even though I don't think any of these particular aliens,
I think
like
they're supposed to have like
xenomorphs.
a genetic memory, so like they can pass knowledge.
Exactly.
Like yeah.
So that immediately I was like, oh, they must have like some sort of genetic memory somehow. So anyways, he has this ability and they know that he is a descendant of Ripley, and they try to go after him because they're like, oh, he's related to her, that one. Like, get him.
Your grandma was a jerk.
Yeah, your grandma's an asshole. She killed her mom. So
She torched my brothers. All we wanted to do was eat her.
So in the Alien Earth show, there's a character named Wendy who's not exactly human. I don't want to ruin it for people, but she's definitely something different.
God damn it. To the opposite of what I want to do. I'm sorry.
Oh. So in the show, they go to a crash site where the a xenomorph is, and she hears a lot of buzzing and clicking. And she doesn't know what it. No one else hears it. None of the other people that are like her hear it. She's the only one. No humans, nothing. So I immediately have this theory that she is probably a descendant of Ripley.
That'd be cool. I'm down for that.
I have this hunch. I was like, you know what? I bet you she is, because I think she, in some way, shape, or form, is hearing them. But there's another part in the show where she can hear like a hurt that's just outside like human ability to hear, but she can hear it.
Is there? Does it give you a year? Like, where does this fall in the timeline?
20. I have to look it up, but it's supposed to be 2 years before they go to the Nostromo goes out on its voyage. So it's 2 years before the original film.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
sorry, crew. I am listening. I am sitting here editing a TikTok video that I found is the only evidence I can find of this Agatha cameo thing. So I'm listening. Carry on. Sorry about that.
No. So that is my wild speculation about this right now. I don't know. And until the show tells me differently, that is what I think. I think she is a descendant from Ripley. Now, the only thing that kind of confuses me is that there's 2 other characters in there that have come pretty close to the xenomorphs and they haven't died. So one of the he is a cyborg, and he's actually able to control a lot of the like hormones and like emotions in his body. And he says that the xenomorphs can sense fear. But that's weird, because I don't remember that from books either. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm not really sure about that one. That was a little bizarre. But anyways, that's my speculation. I'm hoping I'm right, because that would be fucking cool.
That would be cool. That'd be a cool like through line. Because I was gonna say, since it's like 2 years before, I was like, it's couldn't be her daughter, could it? Or do it? Because we never see her daughter. Well, there's like a deleted scene where they say her daughter has passed away while she was gone, but
so
she's not human exactly. So that one, I guess, wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, they're like, I know the way they explain the guy's abilities, because Ripley only had Amanda, but Amanda didn't have any kids. But they're saying the clone of Ripley that came back from Resurrection had this guy.
Yeah, she was half alien though.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But it explains like some
species
of his abilities.
Oh, I love Species. That movie's so good.
Alien sex.
Give me all the H.R. Geiger alien boobies.
They're weird. So I don't know.
Let's see.
That
Yeah,
might
if we're
be a
going
cool
off
trait.
H.R. Geiger stuff, maybe the aliens can sense horny,
Maybe.
not fear.
Horny.
All
Not
right,
fear.
Randy, I have sent that video to you, so if you wanna throw it up, you can.
Now that you're done playing with your phone.
Yeah, sorry guys, that was really unprofessional of me. I was listening, Jen. I definitely wasn't just like, oh, Jen's talking, time to play on my phone. I realize sometimes you do things, and it's like, wow, it's just all these dudes and a girl. That guy is being an asshole. But that was not the case. So, and you can quote me on that. Joey, did you have any wild speculations for?
No wild speculations from me today.
Sorry, my file type is wrong,
No,
Randy.
I didn't put it in video.
I'll do
clips.
better next time.
Next time.
Yeah, it's not an
Gadget.
MP4 either.
Next time.
God damn it.
I got this.
Okay, well, this has been
So,
wild speculation.
Wasted all that time for nothing.
Randy's changing the format of this video, so we'll just pretend the thing played and the
Vamp.
segment ended.
More speculations, Jen. More.
Yeah, somebody come up with some more wild speculations. But anyway,
Agatha is actually Galactus.
we can definitely vamp for a minute while Randy figures out how to change the format on this video, though, because I do want to show you guys this random 5-second clip from Fantastic Four first steps, and it's actually even less than that. It's like a 2-second clip, and so they play it full speed and then they slow it down so you can see the lady that's kind of dressed like Agatha with kind of Agatha's haircut. It's definitely not Catherine Hahn, but there is some speculation that is that universe's Agatha, ish.
Or it'd be Catherine.
Ish.
Catherine's
I don't
awesome.
know. I mean, that's a really expensive cameo to give Catherine Hahn like 2 seconds of screen time. Like
Oh,
they'd have to
yeah.
pay her out the ass to get her there.
Still.
I know. I wanted it.
Do you know how, Jen? Do you know how many episodes Alien Earth is going to be?
No. Sometimes I get sad when I look and it's like, oh, it's only this many.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
bet it's
oh,
8.
Fucker. That's it.
I bet
8
it's
or
8.
12.
Probably. I'm hoping for 12, but it'll probably, with all the CGI and effects and stuff, I'm sure it's just 8.
Maybe they'll go for an anime season. It'll be like 26.
Only
wish.
some anime seasons,
Don't get
Fingers
Jen's
crossed.
hopes up.
like Freerin,
Mhm.
one of the greatest anime ever made, and
I love that
Who
it
would,
had 25 episodes, dude.
who would win in a fight, Freerin or
8 episodes.
the
Fucking
Alien
called
Queen?
it.
8.
8.
Only gonna do 8.
Who would win in the fight? What, Randy?
Depressing.
Get your hopes up and enjoy it for 8 episodes.
Freerin, the Slayer, or Alien Queen, or a battle royale between
Freerin.
the Alien Queen, Freerin,
Freerin.
We're gonna win
Ripley.
everything.
Easy.
And Ripley,
with a power loader.
still Freerin.
So
I
Still
don't know. The
definitely.
power loader would be.
The only thing I will say about that is that Freerin's attack magic and all of her damage abilities are aimed directly at demons. And the aliens, the xenomorphs, and Ripley are none of that. They're not demons at all.
I mean, she does shoot like a big, like golem that shoots lightning. I think that could
Sure.
could do something.
She,
Well.
yeah. I mean, she definitely can attack things that aren't demons. I just watched the episode where they fight to keep the Stilla, and like, she didn't like destroy anybody, but she had the ability to like knock the. I'm terrible at character names, but to knock that old wizard guy out.
Yeah.
We've got a comment if you want to
Sorry.
show us what that is right quick. Oh, it was CJ. He said Catherine O'Hara should play that universe as Agatha.
The two constants of every universe should be Agatha and J.K. Simmons. For Catherine O'Hara and J.K. Simmons.
Oh yeah. Could she be like a crow woman? Be like the burdening,
The burdening.
or is it what is it? The crowaning? It's the crowaning. That's what it is.
Oh, sorry. No. Oh, sorry. Not Catherine O'Hara. I was trying to think of
Catherine Hahn.
Catherine Hahn, but also Catherine O'Hara. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said Catherine O'Hara.
Yes.
Hmm.
It was me all along.
Yeah. Have you seen?
It doesn't not look like her.
Right? Do it again. Like,
Plausible.
hold on. I'll send you this image of Catherine Hahn as well.
We need an image matching up action to this woman hugging a little blonde girl and Catherine Hahn hugging a little blonde girl.
No, but I will. This image right here.
Oh, I'll play it again.
This is Agatha, so we should have kept this in the. I'm glad you didn't end the old segment, Randy.
All right.
Thank you for having the foresight to not do that. But like, here, I will send you this image, Randy, and you can put it up there as well, because this is almost identical. She's wearing almost the identical outfit, and this is from WandaVision. Wandaverse. Danny, come on, get your shit together.
Of course not.
Ooh, will Vision show up in Spider-Man?
No, they're saving Vision for Vision
And
Quest.
he'll get one of his colors back.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
He's got to collect all of his coloration.
Yeah.
I think that they should kill Vision again and use him to make Wonder Man smarter. They should do the opposite of Vision's origin. They should put Vision's brain in Wonder Man's body for the Wonder Man series and let Simon Williams die and make it Vision in his body. And then we'd be like, see that? So look at this outfit. Okay? And then look at the video.
Number 1. Sorry, my scroll is not one.
Very plausible.
Same hair.
But no,
Very plausible.
but no blonde child or purse.
You're doing it backwards, Randy. You're doing it backwards.
Can we use Vision to make Danny Rand cool?
An entirely different actor as Danny Rand could make Danny Rand cool. I don't think it isn't within Finn Jones' wheelhouse to make Danny Rand cool. I just don't think he's got it.
Maybe Sadie Sink can be Danny Rand.
The new Iron Fist is Sadie Sink. You heard it first on Cutting Edge Hero. That's the news drop. Confirmed by Daniel RPK, so you know it's real. That's the thing. So anyway, I'm glad I could prove to all of you that this thing with Agatha in the Fantastic Four was nothing at all, but just kind of interesting. But anyway, great show tonight, guys. Sorry we started late. We're ending late. Joey's got to be up for work in like 3 hours, so that's fun. But great show tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. CJ, thanks for being in the comments. Everyone who watches the show after it is no longer live, thank you for being here. Feel free to hit us up on social. Join the Discord. You can hang out with us any time of the day you want to in there. How do you get to the Discord? That's for you to figure out. Because we're not sharing the link. You got to find it. It's on you.
Make a chase.
But also, I'm like completely public on Facebook and super easy to find. So I could DM the thing to you if you do just the tiniest amount of legwork. Anyway, that all being said, great show. Thank you guys. Joey, you want to say anything to the nice people?
Thanks for coming. It was fun.
Title of your sex tape. Jen, what would you like to say?
Thanks everybody for showing up in the comments and hanging out with us. Don't forget, DFPN has lots of other shows that you guys can watch. We have Nightmares and Nerdscapes goes over a lot of horror movies, and he does a lot of horror reviews. We also have our friends over at the Smoke Pit every Friday going in for some social reflection, I guess is the best.
Love the Smoke Pit.
Yes, love the Smoke Pit. You also have Eat the Cake Anime too. Those are the anime heads that I wish I could be, but I can't because I I'm not as smart as all of them when it comes to the anime stuff. But yeah, there's lots of
I wasn't agreeing with you. I also am not as smart at anime as they
No.
are.
I mean, I watch
What is
it. I'm
wrong
just
with
like,
me today? Everything I'm doing is like, wow, that guy really hates women. Anyway, you were like, I'm not as smart as them, and I was like,
no. And I also have a wrestling podcast with no gimmicks with Black and Frankie D that Danny, you were actually on as well.
I was, and incredible. If you are even remotely into wrestling, the wealth of knowledge you will find on that podcast is insane.
It's let's just say all of us here at DFM, we definitely take our podcasting seriously.
Dude, you're absolutely right about that, and I didn't think about that, but every one of our shows, whoever is hosting or leading that is like the guy on that shit. Like CJ, like lives, eats, sleeps, and breathes cinematic horror. Kelvin and D fucking eat, sleep, and breathe wrestling. The anime, Mac and Eric and Jackie, like fucking, they know so much about anime. It's insane. Like I've been an anime fan since I was a kid, and they blow me out of the water so quickly. I'm like, I watch it, and I'm just like, really? Wow, holy shit, I didn't know that. It's like crazy how our network is like that, and it's so great that we have found a way to like all come together, and do this together. Yeah, so
I agree.
Awesome, just absolutely awesome. Bradley Sherman said it was great. Thank you, Brad, for hanging in for the show. Always appreciate it. Glad you were here. Randy, would anything you'd like to say to the nice people?
Thanks for being here. Share it with your friends. We want to hit that 10K number because of a promise Danny made a couple weeks ago.
Furry.
Scaly. I will get a Scaly cosplay and have a scale stona.
I've been checking the numbers. We're not quite there yet.
If we make 10,000 followers on Facebook or on TikTok.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, Danny, get the words out of your mouth.
I wasn't sure if it was total or
10,000 on YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube.
I will get a scale suit and create a scale sona. Probably just like Nerd King of the Monsters or something. I don't know, but definitely
you
a great Godzilla reference.
We have video archive of that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you back out on it.
No, I'm not. And if we get it before Cape Con, I'll wear it to Cape Con.
I think you should just get it.
I will meet some of my heroes in voice acting. I've met Dante Bosco before, but I haven't taken him out to dinner before, so this will be great.
But he's not met your skill
Date
persona.
night.
He also hasn't met my skill sona. Barry Bostwick, I'm sure will get a kick out of it. He seems to be the kind of guy that would be into that kind of thing. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for being an active member of the show. We appreciate each and every one of you. We couldn't do the show without you. We will be back next week with a new segment of how would I say this? We will be back next week with a new episode that will include all of your favorite news, reviews, and Randy is going to give us another episode of the dossier next week. Randy, can we get a preview of what we'll be tearing you apart over, or is it going to be a mystery till we get there?
Probably a mystery.
I like a good mystery.
Mainly because I haven't figured it out yet, and I need to make sure it's not feet adjacent like last time was.
Yeah, I mean,
I got ripped pretty hard on that one. Maybe I'll just do like Tarantino or something.
You got a lot of interaction from the foot stuff. Foot stuff.
Fun.
That seems sexual.
Foot. That's
Media.
Foot stuff.
I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe all of us, but Jen. I'm not asking this of you because that can go a whole different direction for you than it can for the rest of us. But maybe for that segment, we'll put our feet on the camera. We'll put our feet in view and see if we can't end up on Foot Finder.
We're gonna need at least 5K for that one.
And we will put we'll put a thing on the screen for that. Subscribe to our YouTube.
If you want these Tootsies in 5K, you gotta get it to, or in 4K, you gotta get at least to 4K.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube for more nerdy foot content. We are, loosely planning, and we've never moved forward with it, to do the OnlyFans exclusive Cutting Edge Hero After Dark, where we are all fully clothed and just talking about more adult natured shit, like how hard Superman comes or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
He'll break your spine.
But I do think that we may be the people to break the market for the OnlyFans exclusive podcasts. We can get outside of that Patreon model and instead lean into the OnlyFans model for it.
Yeah. Well, we'll all be fully clothed except for Danny, who will be in full scaly regalia.
I want so bad to put an OnlyFans link in my Instagram bio, and I just have no reason to do so until we make Cutting Edge Hero After Dark. And then, people will be like, oh, look at this somewhat handsome old man. He's got an OnlyFans too? What's it good? What the fuck? Why are they talking about Spider-Man's radioactive jizz? Like,
and why are we talking about
the fun bait and switch?
Marvel Ruins and his giant butt?
Yeah, his giant.
Which I never.
What was that? What's the news guy's name in that? The reporter.
I don't remember.
Oh, and his giant.
That he has the radiation. That
big
makes
purple ass.
Big.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being on the show. We'll be back next week with an incredible episode. Hopefully, Landon will be back. Hopefully, everybody will be here. But if they're not, there's a bunch of us. But anyway, you guys have been great. We've been Cutting Edge Hero.
Peace.